The room is quiet. Too quiet. Even the air seems to hold its breath. No crickets. No footsteps. Just the soft pulse of a blue glow washing over the face of a child. Their eyes don't blink. Their fingers move like they already know what's coming next. This is not play. This is not leisure. This is an experiment. An experiment with no consent form, no control group, and no off switch. The goal isn't to take your money. It's to take something you can't earn back, your focus. The subjects? 2 billion developing minds. Each one believing they're just passing time. They're engineers, not scientists. Their lab is your child's mind. And the experiments never stop. Their instruments are coded to learn what makes them hesitate, what makes them crave, what makes them stay. The result? The most sophisticated compulsion machine ever built, disguised as a toy. The question is no longer if it's rewiring their brains. It's how deep the code has already gone. And somewhere, behind that glow, it's already rewriting you. Ping. Inside every swipe, every pause, every half second of hesitation, something is taking notes. The algorithm doesn't care who you are. It cares how long you linger. You feed it, and in microseconds, it writes a map in memory. Each flick, each hover, each subtle change of gaze etches a pattern. What makes your pupils dilate, what color stops your finger, what word makes you linger. Unfinished curiosity. The itch of almost. It's why you scroll even when you don't care. That's the loop. The system creates tension, cortisol, with the fear of missing out, then delivers temporary relief, dopamine, with the content itself. An engine fueled by low-grade anxiety. It builds tension the way a fisherman plays a line, never too tight to snap, never too loose to let you rest. That's not your thought. It's the echo of the algorithm whispering through your circuits. Would you still call it free will if the scroll already knows where you'll pause next, because it engineered the thought that sent you there? And maybe, that's the point of the whole machine. A point you were never meant to see. Each swipe is an experiment. Each tap rewires the mind. The screen isn't a window, it's a lab where algorithms sculpt attention, frame perception, and shape behavior with precision no human teacher could match. Every unpredictable notification, every variable reward, works like a digital slot machine. Dopamine surges reward engagement, cortisol primes the brain with low-level anxiety, the itch of almost, like a car engine revving in park. The result, a constant, tension-filled loop that keeps children alert, craving, returning. The phone isn't entertaining you, it's teaching you. Microseconds matter. The brain doesn't wait to adapt. Every exposure strengthens circuits for fragmented attention, weakening ones for prolonged focus. A child watching TikTok, racing through notifications, experiences a hyperstimulated training loop, short bursts of novelty, unpredictable rewards, and constant anticipation. This isn't play, it's conditioning. Imagine the child attempting a simple task offline. A moment of boredom arrives, discomfort. The brain protests, asking, where's the engagement? Where's the feedback? That tension is cortisol at work, fueling the urge to return to screens. Are you still capable of finding reward in slow activities? Comes after the offline example, for logical resonance. Adaptation has its upside, pattern recognition, multitasking, and rapid problem-solving accelerate. The brain can track dozens of threads at once, writing a map in memory that previous generations couldn't imagine. But speed comes at a cost. Empathy, sustained attention, and nuanced understanding quietly atrophy. Interaction prompt. Consider your own scrolling. How often does it feel automatic? Now picture a child's mind conditioned day after day. The experiment has no off switch, and maybe that was always the point. Crescendo ping echoes during engineered the thought line to reinforce threat, then fades into silence. Each swipe is an experiment. Each tap rewires the mind. Every glance at the screen, the flicker of their eyes, reflection glowing on glass, is measured, recorded, and transformed into a memory etched deep in neural circuits. Unfinished curiosity. The itch of almost. It's why you scroll even when you don't care. The system creates tension, cortisol spikes with fear of missing out, and relief arrives in fleeting bursts of dopamine. It's an engine fueled by low-grade anxiety, invisible but relentless. Look at the hands around you. Do you see the fear of silence reflected in your own grip? Each child, each adult, has become part of a vast experiment with no off switch. No consent form. No control group. Just 2 billion developing minds, each believing they're merely passing time. The architecture of attention is precise. It builds tension the way a fisherman plays a line, never too tight to snap, never too loose to let you rest. It etches a pattern in memory that is both invisible and irreversible. The hook is already set. The more you try to pull away, the tighter the line becomes. Offline, you crave relief, yet the invisible gap remains. That tension is the system's secret. Are you still capable of finding reward in slow activities? Your child knows 1,000 icons, but can they read a face? Micro-expressions flicker, unnoticed, as attention collapses into the digital void. The cost of agility is subtle, insidious. Speed comes, but empathy erodes. The problem isn't that they're slower, it's that their new speed seems to require the complete deletion of emotional history. And if we blink, will we notice the moment language turns into code? Are we merely spectators, or architects? The experiment has no off switch, and maybe that was always the point. Somewhere, behind that glow, it's already rewriting you. Subtle ping echo threads here for audio impact. A point you were never meant to see. You thought the constant scroll was chaos. You thought the dopamine loops were a problem. You were right, and yet, there is another truth. The brain is adapting. Every swipe, every flick, every notification is a tiny lesson in speed, attention, and pattern recognition. Children exposed to this relentless algorithmic environment are developing a form of neural acceleration. Blue light flashes across wide pupils, like lightning on still water. But here's the cost: speed comes at the price of depth. They process chaos, but misplace emotion. Empathy erodes, subtle cues are lost, long contemplation becomes rare. Micro-expressions fade into code. Context collapses. Their ability to multitask seems miraculous, until you notice the hollow. They can process chaos, but sometimes, they forget the weight of feeling. The ethical paradox is unavoidable. Evolution has found a way to thrive in a digital ecosystem we designed, but it's morally neutral. Neural agility is real. Ethical grounding is optional. And so evolution races ahead, untethered. Look closer. Ask yourself, are we preparing them for a better future, or simply for a faster one? Some changes can't be reversed. A 10-year-old's fingers dance across the screen, eyes scanning, neurons firing in synchronized bursts. The system has trained them to see patterns, anticipate outcomes, survive distraction. Yet in the classroom, the subtle hesitation to connect with a peer remains. And you, the observer, are complicit. Every notification you allow, every swipe you glance at, every moment you ignore the human rhythm, reinforces the algorithm. The hook isn't just set. It tightens with every moment you hesitate. The experiment has no off switch. And maybe that was always the point. A point you were never meant to see. The glow fades. The screen dims. But the mind remembers. Every interaction, every notification, every tiny decision the algorithm exploited is stitched into the neural fabric. The experiment continues, with or without your consent. Look at the hands around you. The child, the peer, perhaps yourself, all dancing to patterns learned, instincts rewired. Do we celebrate the speed, or mourn the empathy lost? You've seen the brilliance of neural acceleration and felt the weight of its cost. Some changes can't be reversed. Some rewiring is permanent. The echo of that ping lingers, a reminder of the choices, the compulsion, the systems quietly shaping thought. Offline, you crave relief, yet the invisible gap remains. That tension is the system's secret. The more you try to pull away, the tighter the line becomes. So reflect, comment, question. We leave you with the final, moral paradox. Are we engineers or passengers? Faster or better? Your answer matters. Choose consciously. The device remembers, will we?